Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm Duke Skylover. We're here on the planet Titan, or moon of Titan. It is nighttime. We're going to do some nighttime building, and I should probably make this room look nicer at some point. Let me welcome Timmy Dean, who got here first, for sure. And also Atlas Hart, times 10, x10. Either way, welcome to the stream. Atlas will always be there beside you. That's a nice sentiment. A little, I guess maybe a little creepy, maybe nice, depending on how you take it. All right, so what are we doing today? I haven't been in this world in a while because I was doing... Oh yeah, there's spiders here. So, we are going to continue working on the hangar here. I guess I should put some lights in at some point. So yeah, here's the hangar that we started working on. It seems to be rather precariously held together on this side, but... Oh man, you do the jetpack in Space Engineers 2 long enough, and then you just completely forget how much thrust you have in this game. But... Anyway, we're going to finish this room off, and then I want to start... So you guys see that, that red marker over there, the stronghold? I want to be able to take out that stronghold because it's awfully nearby and it makes me nervous. And, yeah, I want to get rid of it. We're not going to get rid of it today, but if we can hurry up and finish off this base or this hangar, then maybe we could start building something to take it out. Now, I've got an idea. I've got an idea for it. It's something I haven't tried in a couple of years, I want to say. However long it's been since automatons came out. Which, it's kind of surprising that that's already been a couple years since that came out, but I want to make an assault craft of my own that I would fly in, and it would have some long-range and short-range weaponry and stuff like that, the usual stuff. But also, who we got over there? Oh, it's just that. But also, I want to see, because I know the Stronghold is going to launch at least 2 defensive fighters. And I'm wondering if I could create automated craft that would, like, assist me, essentially. Fly nearby me, stay close, engage the enemy when we get close, you know? So that's what I want to try. It's been a long time since I've attempted to do my own automated ships. I think not since I was the Space Engineers in Space series, which was like my second Space Engineers series. So that was the last time I actually tried to do, like, legitimately tried to do automated drones that would launch and do stuff on their own and everything, and it worked out okay, but not the best. So anyway, that won't be today. We're not going to attack today, but we will potentially start preparations. Why does my frame rate seem kind of... Maybe it was just up there. It probably doesn't come through on the stream, so at least there's that. All right, we need to mirror this over on this side. So what do I have on me here? Got a vodka, which I won't need until the sun comes out. And we got some steel plate. We're going to need a little bit more. So let's grab a whole bunch of that just to lay this all out. Let's see what our... Oh, I do... Oh, wow. Okay. I love that my color palette sometimes carries over from series to series. Okay, so what did we do on this side? It's been like 2 weeks and I don't remember. So, we did... Okay, so I did do that part already, it looks like. And then... Okay, so we got the windows there. So let's do... Okay. So we need this kind of deal. Oh, there's some weather coming in. That's maybe good, maybe bad. Seem right? That seems right. Let's double check. It's good. I think we also need to do some sort of pillars or something. And I'm thinking I might just, like I did on that first building, take these and continue them straight down to the ground. Yeah. But we'll do that last. This thing can just kind of hang off on its own for a little bit. So, all right, then we did 2, 2, and then one of them should go here, I think. I'm going to get hit with debris, aren't I? Yeah, probably. Okay, so we'll figure that out at the end there. All right, and then in between is windows, so we're going to need some windows on here. Oh yeah, weren't we? We were going to take this and take the windows all the way across here. Oh, that's fine. We could do that. We'll do... Oh, I need girder. Yoink. Okay. Alright, so we got that. And then we need the window slope. Now I'm assuming that I did these with the flat side on top. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, except I'm gonna need to do the... Yeah, I need to give them something to attach to first. So let's do that. Not that. Yeah, the Deborah is flying around. Yep, and then the next one would go here. Except that's... Oh, that is where it would go, actually. And this one would go... there. Okay. That's it. Now we can... Now I think we can put windows in between, but I'm going to put the... Do I have... Yep, there we go. Let's put these in between first. And then I'll be able to take out... No, that's not right. Wait a second. That's not right at all. That's not what I was doing. These are supposed to be beam blocks. Gone, 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 gone. And you can go away as well. There we go. So these should be... These should be these. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now it all makes sense. Cool. Then we can take this out. That's not going to fall down. And then I think that row, this row here is going to end up going away and being replaced with, no, maybe, yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's not get rid of it entirely just yet. Let's put my windows in. Okay. Now we can get rid of this row, because these will all hold themselves together. Yes. Hello, Marcus. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Good. I remember how I did this, I think. So we got you. And we could... Might as well get the other side while I'm here. Okay. All right. So that's our stuff there. And then this will continue to there. We're going to need one more window there. And then, now the question is, going this way, do we want, I think I'm going to do window here first, but do we want some sort of like break in the windows periodically, similar to similar to this. And I don't know that we really can. Because we're not going to have the larger, unless we did put like the larger, which I guess we could, the larger little things, or just have something sticking out, something for the beam blocks to latch onto. We could do that. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, so what if we just did, so if we did one here, then we got 1, 1, 2. That's 1, 2, 3 in between. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. We'll do that. So then we're gonna, this in the middle here is probably gonna end up being like window or something, but this is just gonna go up to, it's gonna be like the exact same deal. It's just gonna be a little bit of extra like this. And then we can put this underneath it like that, and then we'll just have our windows going across there. And actually, this doesn't even need to be any different. This could just continue like this. Let's see. Then would it make sense to do maybe like a second row of that right there? To kind of hold it up? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that could look okay.
Energy low.
Yeah. I think that's good. Yeah, I'm not going to go over the door. But I think this will be good. Like that. And then I was originally thinking we would do something with some windows here to make this kind of like a big skylight, but maybe the thing to do there is to do, let's see, what about these things? Viewports. What if we just did some viewports in the ceiling? And yeah, because we could let's get rid of that. If we did something like, what am I trying to do here? How much space do I have? Let's see. Well, we could, if we need to, cut into this row here if we wanted to have this go up one. Because we could go like, just to get this part up into half blocks. And then do, I don't know, 2 or 4. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I don't have the space in my jetpack for it. But I'm going to just drop some, if I could avoid. Maybe I do have the space for it. Yeah, there we go. So this will hopefully make sense in a minute once I get this all laid out. And then, let's see, the block I need in between here is this one, I think. Yes. Maybe. That is... No, that is not what I want. No, definitely not. Okay. There is a block for this. I just have to remember which one it is. Could be this one. There it is. That's the one.
Meteors inbound.
That's probably okay as long as I don't smash right into what I'm doing. So then we could do a... To finally get some light going in here, we could put one of these troffer lights in, like, right here. Okay. And then, some half thing there. And I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to go like this, and then where did I put that porthole? So I think I'm going to go... no, I want to do it this way. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Ire. Let's see if it works. Let's do it. Oh, is the bot not even here? I'm going to laugh if the bot's not even here.
Do it.
You know what? It's better than before. I'll take it. It's like it took it a second for it to load the thing. Maybe it'll be better next time. Thanks for your help on that. I'm glad at least we're seeing the video now. Yeah, the bot was just like, oh crap, someone's making a redeem. Yeah. Yep. See, now I need to get outside. I'm gonna mess that up. Yeah, you know, the bot hasn't had to come to a stream for a while, so... It was just slacking off. We've all been there. Alright. Oh, no worries, Timmy. You know, whether you catch it live or you catch it on the VOD or you don't catch it at all, you know, whatever. Hopefully life gets a little less hectic for you. Ow, so close. Yeah, what I should do is just open the roof. Alright, then we just need to put these windows together. Alright, what do windows need? Do they need... They just need the girder and the bulletproof glass, huh? Oh, let's do these things. What do you need? Is the sun coming up or is there a weather happening? I think there's a weather about to happen, isn't there? Now we're going to get hit with the Deborah. The last one was just dust. This is a dust storm. So, but at least I got the walls up now.
Energy low.
And we got some light in here finally. Oh, well. I guess not a lot, but better than nothing. Which half trophy 3 is it? No, what? There we go. Hangar. I don't care that it's a half. What world am I on? What is this? This I don't even remember. Was this IV? No, it was IP. That's right. I can't keep track of which world I'm in anymore. I long for the days of the Space Engineers 2 type of
Do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, longing for the days of the Space Engineers 2 terminal view where everything is automatically grouped. That would be nice. All right, we need... what do we need? How about... I'll just grab all the stuff. Okay, good enough. Good enough. We got those ready. Ah! I didn't weld up the window fast enough. What's that? What's that from? Is that from Happy Gilmore? Timmy, what's that? I don't. I'm blanking. I know it's that's Rob Schneider, right? Or are you thinking of a different quote? There we go. Okay, so everything but the back wall is essentially done now. Maybe I should have done that. No, then it wouldn't be airtight. We're not going to pump this place full of air, but we do want it to be airtight to protect from radiation when needed. So, all right, so we just got to kind of do the other side here. And are we going to mimic the structure of this wall, or what's the deal? Yeah, we could put like 15 different Shia LaBeouf duets in there. Okay, so we got that. So it'd be just like one glass, and then we whip around the corner there. Looks terrible out there. I'm gonna get struck again. All right. A bunch of steel, and we're going to need some girder. Let's see what we can do here. Probably going to need to put a light on this side at some point. Oh, it's from Waterboy. I've been struck by debris. Smooth debris. I knew it was one of those Adam Sandler movies. And I was just watching Waterboy again because I was trying to see if there was a good quote about water. you know, because I'm always telling people to drink the water. And there are some good ones, but I couldn't get a clean clip. So we did that, and then we went down. I think, yeah, this way. Ooh, there's nothing to attach you to, is there? There we go. Which way is the... Yeah, there we go, I guess. Wait, no? That's the... Wait. But I want you to go... I might have to wait for the storm to end. Did I do those backwards? Ugh. I long for the days when we can all just play Space Engineers 2 as much as Ire does. No, I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. I yearn for the mines. The mines being Space Engineers 2. What did I put right here? It's just square? Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm very conflicted because on the one hand, I know that SE2 doesn't have, relatively speaking, a lot, but there is a solid amount of content in it already, you know. And I guess I did do it like that. Okay, it's kind of weird, but I'm gonna leave it. I want to make sure I don't abandon the stuff that I've already started. Like, honestly, if I hadn't started Titan when VS2 came out, I probably would have just switched straight over to SE2 entirely. I didn't see today's dev blog yet. What was he talking about? I saw the one from that'd be last week at this point, right? I didn't see the one from today. What did we learn today? Ooh, capacitors. Tell me more. Tell me more about these. And also, how did I do this on the other side? Oh, I see. So we're going to be able to, when the batteries die, the ship gets to keep on going for a while or something, or what? Palatine is going to be Verger's moon? Okay. That's fine. Somehow Palatine has returned. I know they're probably going to pronounce it Palatine, but I say that because there's like a Chicago suburb called Palatine. So I'm probably just going to say it like that all the time. How does this... Yeah, like that. All right. Now, I don't have another building to connect here. That's fair. That's entirely fair. We'll just all say Palpatine. I don't like how I have done the roof like that. The doors are off center. I mean, they're centered to the room. Oh, what have I done? That means there's going to be an extra row. You know what? It's fine. We're just not going to look at it. I might put another big door on the end here because I don't think I have another building that I'm going to put. Unless we eventually do a production building, but we don't have to do these all in a row. We could hub it out like that way from the farm. So I think this will be the last one. So I'll put another door here. Another gate, rather. Yeah, big. Do I have this in the bar already? No. So... Oh, it's not going to fit with the It's not going to fit with the roof design. I guess if we do it this way, we'll have to just do a different roof design over here. Well, yeah, we would, wouldn't we? That's okay, we'll figure it out. We'll just make something unique and exciting over here. Ow.
Low.
Yee. You know what? Let's... Where do I even need to go for this? Let's, I only need to go one room back here, so let's just go do that. Where did I put it? Didn't I put a survival kit in here? Apparently I did not. I just put recharge all over the place. And we didn't put one in here, which means I am now walking all the way through so that I could fly over to the ship and notice that there's damage all over the ship. What happened there? What damaged my ship? You can't tell me that there were spiders here. Was it meteor? Oh, look, what the heck? There's all sorts of damage all over here. I wonder if that turret was shooting at a meteor or something. I think that damage was already there. Oh, look, this is all messed up. That was probably this turret doing something. That's got some damage. Quite a lot of damage over here. We're gonna have to have a ship upkeep session at some point. Okay then. Well, back to the floating whatever you would call this. Alright, how do we want to do this now that it's kind of safe out here? Well, we could just hit this corner with... How'd we do that? We did... So we did window, window. Was that flat on the... No. Okay, so we would have to take this row out and make it slopes. Which we can do, but I'm going to probably fill my suit up. Which we can fix rather easily here. When is Palpatine coming out? VS2? Or is it going to come out before then? Do you know? Did they say? Uh-oh. Spider underground. Ugh. Hold on, I gotta get on the ground so that they can... There he is. Hello. What are we expecting from moons in SE2? That they're basically just like SE1, they're just smaller planets with less gravity? I don't even know what I would expect. That would be different, but yeah, so in other words, I'm not complaining if that's what they turn out to be, but That would be a fun change of pace if they were made of cheese. That's a window. All right, then we will do. I'm gonna have to go get the more stuff. Oh, now what's the weather? Now it's raining. At least rain doesn't hurt. Just hurts my feelings. All right, why am I walking so slow? Caps lock? No. Okay. Ooh, looks like snow. Because it's blowing so sideways. Alright, we need these things. What, is that going to make a bunch of holes? I can't imagine that. Alright. And then, let's see, we could put lights in at, let's see, right here. Oh. Right where these connect, we could put some lights in. And we'll stick with the troffers. We'll just do the full ones. Seriously? A chunk of ice. Guess I gotta hurry up and weld up these windows, huh? I didn't think you were known for crashing. Not any more, speaking to Ire here, not any more known than everybody else who plays this game. But I think Timmy was just being silly. Okay. Oh, seriously? How did that even get in here? Oh, then I do it to myself. See, a bunch of steel plate and a door. And then we are airtight. And protected from storms. Rev has had some good crashes, I will say. I wouldn't say he's known for it, but he's had some good crashes. I don't know, maybe amongst you all he's known for it. That's not the first thing I think of. I think of geese. Hopefully that's not surprising to anyone.
Energy low.
I swear to Clang. Sorry, I'm smashing into the walls here. I'm like in a hurry. There we go. This room should be airtight now. Theoretically. I should probably put a vent in here. Temporarily, at least. Just to confirm that it's airtight. I just want to be protected from the radiation. That's all. Although... Hey, Nelson. Welcome to the stream. I was just realizing. So the only thing I really need to be protected from in here is the
Energy
weather,
critical.
because the walls will protect me from the radiation. Because it's just oops, wrong thing. It's just solar radiation. Oh, it's hailstorm. That makes sense. I thought it was. Didn't it say thunderstorm earlier, or did I just completely not pay attention to what it actually said? All right, I'm taking a water break, which means if you have not yet liked the stream, please consider clicking that like button. And if you'd like to get notified when I go live, please consider subscribing. That's good stuff. Okay. Let me try not to breathe directly into the microphone. Let's make you... And then... We'll find it in the screen here. Oh, I got a lot of work to do here, huh? Alright, are you... No, it'll be you and you are the new ones. So we'll do this, and since you're right next to each other, we're just going to do intensity 1. That should be nice and even. Cool. I think it's looking good, aside from the hail that is phasing through the walls. Let's make a vent in here, just so that we can test. Then I got some work to do on the outside. But... which I'm really hoping that the hail goes away for quickly. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we are airtight in here. We're not going to try and fill the place up, but this way, when we need to, it will be airtight. So, I need... Let's see, I could do some of this while I'm in here. I want... I think this color. And I'm gonna... Yeah, we're gonna go like this on these things. It actually makes it look worse, but that's okay. I'm gonna do some other... oops. Actually, I don't really like... That's too brown. I was hoping for more of a gray. Let's do... Maybe we could go a little bit lighter with it. And not silver. Maybe the battered... Corrugated is not what I'm looking for this. Oh, maybe plastic would look good. This is just going to be for like the support structures that are moving around on the roof and everything. Could do... Rusty is still also a little bit orange. War-torn might be okay. Weldless is too weldless. Glamour looks terrible. What if we just did clean? It'd be oddly clean compared to everything else around here, which is dusty. Actually, what I should do is just go outside. Come on. There we go. And risk my life over here and look at what I did. Didn't I do... Is this whole base seriously just one singular color? Oh, I didn't even realize you were out mining. I wonder what you brought me. No, I guess I... Oh, what the heck is that? I like that on both sides. It is. I think I made that as a conscious decision, though.
Hell flow.
Okay, fine. We're going to go back in the ship. really need to get a med bay up on the base there. Okay, well I guess I never tried to do a second color on this whole thing. Could have sworn I did. But, alright, it's gonna be... We sure? Maybe inside of here somewhere? No, I guess not. Okay. What door did I open? Oh, they got auto-close doors, don't they? Yeah, I got the... Okay, where's the thing at? I'm going to have to tell it to ignore these so that it's not automatically closing them all the time. That's my script for airlocks is doing that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead with this color. Like this. And I'll fix that random one. I'm going to make that color for now. Just so I remember to go... Actually, I don't... What did I just do? It was... What color was it? It wasn't that color. That's the ship, but... Grab this. Do that and... that. And then we'll go back to you. And the clean armor. Actually, what if we just did the normal scratched up armor? Yeah, actually, why not just do that? For some reason, like I always immediately discount the normal original recipe texture, but actually that would look pretty good here. All right, and then that's enough going on the inside. I hate how the doors are way more dusty than the walls, but maybe I should put... there's enough windows around. Is this thing almost done with its weather? No, whatever. I will risk it. So what I want to do is color these, and we'll see if we can just do this before the storm kills us. And then there's something else that I want to do with the ends here is I want to build some like platforms coming out of where these doors are. So we'll do that probably next. Hopefully the storm goes away here shortly. Or I may not. I may not make it. Now, do I want this to continue up to there? Maybe so. Maybe we'll do something like this. Straight across like that. And straight across like that. That's wrong. And we'll poke these in. I think the sun is going to come up soon. Alright. That would be this one, I think, with the dust. Nope. Which one? Is it this one? It's this one. There we go. Okay, that looks... What did I do here? There we go. That looks not the worst. Maybe not the best, but not the worst. I missed a thing in there. Alright, so then the last thing I need to do outside is the thing that I said I was going to do at the very beginning and then almost forgot about, which was... where's the best place to get steel plate from now? Put some supports on it going down to the ground so it doesn't look like it's floating. I guess I can't put them there, but we could put them there. And this is where I want to put... Yeah, we'll come back to the ones on that side. So we'll at least do that. Then I'm thinking we'll go just straight down with these. Like this. And I was going to cover up the bottom of this somehow because it looks kind of bad. But at the same time, I might wait because I might have to punch some holes through to run some conveyor. So I'm just going to hold off and we're just going to not look underneath, basically. Unknown signal? I might go get that. Now that it seems to be kind of safe out. Rev made it off Verger and he lost his ship on the way back. That makes sense. I have a terrible memory of these things. See, these little things are totally the kind of things that I would love to be able to put some detail blocks on, you know? It's like, these are my detail blocks. They're just like the size of a human. Fair enough. Alright, at least that looks like it's not going to fall over. So, maybe we'll end up putting some lights. Kind of want to change this. Like, maybe just... Oh, yeah. I did do that like that on this side. Okay. Oh, wait, no. I did it on that side, but not that side. Okay, so this must have been right where I finished and didn't, I never came... Yeah, I never recarved that, basically. Okay. Easy enough to fix. Well, easy enough if I get the right part of the ship or station. Ta-da! Oh, wait, I can't get the bottom one if I do this. Okay. Alright, what are our thoughts on the hangar so far? I'm going to put some quick landing pads on. So in case I need to land a ship on the outside and not have to bring it all the way in every time. And then the rest of it, we're just going to kind of build as we go. Meaning, I'm not going to run
Energy low.
I'm not going to run any conveyors to any specific spots yet. We'll see what the builds demand, basically. But then we could. Let's see. We're probably going to need some buttons. I am honk. It is nice. I'm totally with you there, I think. I should rename all this stuff and do stuff with it all. Where are the gates? Gate, hangar, and then I want to say you do this if you don't want the airlock to deal with it, which is kind of annoying. But and then the airtight hangar doors, we're going to do the same thing. IVIP hangar door manual. Doors. We'll call it doors. And then I don't need to see you at all. I don't need to see you at all. Yeah, I had a feeling that was a mistype. A type O. Where are these half troffer lights? Where did I leave those at? No. The renaming shall commence later. Let me see if we open this door and it doesn't close. Good. Okay. I'm opening all the lights. Now I think, opening all the doors. I think what I'd like to do is maybe put some, like a control panel on each side, where if there's a problem I can run over and just close all the doors. Maybe in front of each door. So each one can control all 3 doors plus the ceiling. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to do it just yet. Should probably get another wind turbine thingamajig set up here too. So for the landing, let's see, because I may or may not end up running conveyor out to the landing platform. I think I'm just going to do something simple like, we'll go out a little bit and then just kind of go like this, expand out, make like a little something like this, just like a, maybe even start that a row earlier, the flare out, or maybe even just start it like right here. Oops. Because I have an idea for, that's not what I wanted. There we go. So it doesn't need to go out very far. Let's see, the sun is coming up on the other side of the base. I should probably have started this on the other side, and now it's raining. Actually, what we could do is something like, oh, it's going to be weird. I was going to say we could do like a drawbridge kind of a thing, but it's going to be like partially lined up with these and partially not. But if we did something like, now I'm wondering if this is going to be too restrictive to the size of the vehicle. If we did something like, oh my god. Something like that to make it look like it's holding it up, and then another one on this side. That's going to make it, I mean, it would mean that, I mean, any vehicle that can make it in the door would be able to land here, so I guess that's okay. Yeah, I guess that's okay. And then we could put this thing, go like that. Come on. Come get the block. There we go. Alright, yeah, I think we'll do this. I think this will work. There goes the miner. Not sure what he's off to get. So yeah, I think this will work. And then we could, if we need to, we could run a pipe underneath the base and out to here and everything. So let me go do this on the other side, and then I'll go get all of the steel plates we're going to need for this whole thing. That should be big enough, I think. So we made it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long. Oh, can I get before it? No. I'm going to try and get it before it hit the ground. Okay. Uh-huh. But I need the end one to be a... So here's what I'm thinking, for those of you who weren't here at the very beginning. Here's what I'm thinking for the... when we assault the stronghold. We have to design two types of things. So this is going to be multiple streams of ship designing coming up. Did I do... Was I able to get two? No, just one. So one is going to be the ship that I will fly. That's right, that's right. One will be the ship that I will fly. And it will be a standard attack craft, atmospheric. Actually, it doesn't have to be atmospheric because we have the modded thrusters. We could use those thrusters from that thing that work in... Because actually, I think atmospheric might be strong enough to launch us up into space. At which point we would lose control, so I'm kind of nervous about, depending on how strong I make it. So, yeah, we'll use those modded thrusters from the whatchamacallit groups, the consolidated whatever. And so that's going to be the ship that I will fly in the attack on the stronghold. And it'll have, you know, some long-range weapons for hopefully taking out turrets, and it will have short range for dogfighting, and it will probably not last super long in a fight. And then we need to design drones, because I want to try and have like a drone strike force with me. What do we think of that idea? Get some drone ships, put them on follow mode, have them target weapons only, basically. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I have not tried working with the automatons for making drones in years. So it's going to be interesting to try and test those. Back when I was living on an asteroid, not the one from Designated Survivors, the old asteroid from many years ago, like 2022 asteroid, which I think is when automatons came out. Then I had some drones docked at the base, and when was it a defensive block, I want to say, locked onto something, it would launch all these drones. And they worked moderately well in the sense that they could launch. They were programmed, if they survived, to return and redock. And in theory, all of that should have worked, but they never did. And they always ended up just like milling about near where they were supposed to dock. So luckily, that won't be a problem here because if we're successful, I don't plan on really having them return. They'll probably just kind of, we'll just take them apart, or they will, have been too badly damaged to come back or whatever. But I'm hoping that this means they can help me deal with the fighters that the stronghold is going to launch. And, while I can also help. Well, you guys have been coming out a lot lately. Because I know that stronghold is going to launch some defenses. How are we doing on iron? Has it been bringing back iron? Oh, we got a lot of nickel to process. We're doing... Wait, no. Yeah, we're doing really good on iron, I would say. How are we doing on silver? We got silver. I should put a med bay in this building. Don't know why I haven't done that yet. Am I taking radiation damage today? Not yet. Maybe because it's raining. Did it just start raining? I have no idea. What the? Who put that there? Okay, we're going to paint those at some point. I should see if the goat script has had any updates lately. For some reason, I always forget, even though I should be keenly aware of this, no pun intended. I should be keenly aware of the fact that the scripts do not auto-update themselves in the programmable blocks, but I often forget that, and when updates to scripts come out, I don't get them. So, might be a good thing to check on. Alright, so then we were using this color with nothing for these, so we're going to continue that. Okay. And I think this will basically complete the hangar, for the most part, at least the initial version of it. Now, the next question is... Oh. How did I forget that this was here? The next question is going to be, do I start working on the ships and the drones, or do I go back to the previous building and actually fill in, like, all of the... because I never really put any of the furniture in. So, are people really excited about furniture building or attack ship building? I know it's maybe a bit of a leading question. Maybe I should put railings on the side there so I don't fall off. Yes, yes. It's all coming together. Okay. I think... Let's get a... Yeah, it's coming along, this little habitat. It could definitely use another wind turbine or a solar panel or solar tower or something, but it's coming along. I should really add more color to the rest of this place, though. But it's not the worst. Not sure what to say on that subject. It's all needed. Yeah, that is probably true. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, that doesn't look good. I knew there was something I forgot. There we go. Okay.
Energy low.
All right, well, now we should be able to close all these doors and build in here without any fear of radiation or Deborah. What I asked was, should I go back to the middle building and build out the furniture that's in there, since both of the rooms are empty and one's supposed to be like a command center and the other's like a bedroom, or should I start working on the fighter crafts? Who's flying around up there? There's a hauler up there. He's awfully close. He better not be a ion hauler who's about to crash on me. I had a feeling that everybody would say, do the ship. So we're going to do the ship. Colin, welcome to the stream. I am not on a server today. This is a solo single world running on my computer. On Sundays, I do stream multiplayer, but it's not on a public server. So I don't tend to stream on servers anymore, like public servers, due to past experience. Though I wouldn't be opposed to a series on a server that's like pre-recorded and then shown after the fact, but I tried to do live streaming from a Keen server for a while, and it was definitely not, it was an experience that was fun in many ways, but it was also a pain in the butt, because it made me, instead of truly getting to focus on like space engineering, like the majority of my time was focused on avoiding people. So, which is not really, like, if you're on a server, you know, you should want to be hanging out with people, but that was not what was going on. So, okay, so yeah, we'll start working on a ship. Now it's got to fit through the door, which is good because it should be like a low profile kind of a ship, mostly, you know, business in the front type of deal. What kind of food should I make for myself here? Hold on. I've got all the mods in this world. That's good. Okay. I can make a frontier stew. I've got some vodka still. Oh, I don't have any vegetables. I guess frontier stew it is. Frontier stew. It is.
Meteors inbound.
Meteor indeed. Oh, remember when I was going to get that last unknown signal? I'm going to get this one. Even though it's probably going to be... Is the sun hurting me? This stream? Yes. Okay. Where is... Let me go back in the shade for a minute while I wait for it to hit the ground. Let's see. That's going to get close to the ground pretty soon. All right. So yeah, so we'll start working on a ship. So I'm thinking we will do some Gatlings. And should we do like some autocannons? Or not autocannons? The assault cannons. Can we do assault? Actually, I don't even remember which fixed weapons we have. We need weapons here. So, I'm thinking we'll definitely have some Gatling guns. Autocannon was what I was thinking of. But we could do an assault cannon. It would probably be like the length of the ship. I do have a good amount of platinum. We could do a railgun. I have a lot of platinum and gold. A railgun might be a bit of overkill. Unless... Because my aim is not that good. I mean, it would be like... We would be building the entire ship around the railgun, basically. And it would probably just go... Like, when the railgun fires, the ship would probably just go flying somewhere. So... yeah, I think we'll do assault... Not assault. We'll do Gatling and autocannon. And maybe we'll put... Maybe if we have the room, we can strap a turret on top for automated defense. Maybe an autocannon turret on top. I'm thinking, like, what's going to be the best for sniping weapons and antenna from far away? Is that what I need to do to keep it from generating, like, calling in more people, is get rid of the antenna? I think that's still the case with the keen things, right? The antenna is what you get rid of to stop it from calling reinforcements. All right, I'm going after that. I'm going after it. Here we go. There's my miner over there. Can't remember what it's mining. And then it would be nice to have a ship that I could fly out and get these unknown signals instead of having to fly myself out there with vodka. Oh, there's some ore out here too, which is not surprising. Are you upside down? Are you trying to get away from me right now and you're upside down? Okay. Flip over. Thank you. Alright, where's your... No, I don't want to do that. Where's your cargo? Mushrooms. Pretty sure we already had mushrooms. No, we definitely already had mushrooms. I just ate a mushroom stew. Alright. What is, as long as I'm out here, what is this over here? Nickel. Okay. And that's just some rocks. Okay. Okay, back to base. What is this guy mining, and is he making a lot of progress? Please don't hurt me. He was doing iron in here somewhere, I thought. But it was like a really thin bit of iron, wasn't it? Oh no, he was going for the gold. That's right. There it is. That's what he was going after. We probably have enough gold. I could probably tell him to stop and retask him on something else. But I don't know what to retask him on, so I'm just going to let him continue making this massive hole in the ground here. Which looks pretty cool, to be honest. Alright, I better get back before my jetpack runs out here. What I really need to do is some reconnaissance on that base. So that I can tell... oh, maybe I should run that line out there to that. Anyway. I need to do some reconnaissance on that base and see what it actually looks like, because I don't remember off the top of my head, and I've only looked at it like once. But it's over the horizon, so I can't from here. Anywho, let's make a ship. Let's design a ship. We want it to be... Okay, let's put down a rotor or a hinge. Let's put down a hinge. And we'll put it on build. Actually, no, let's do sci-fi. Sci-fi bright white. Because why not? I'll put it right there. And we will close this. Even though I think it's just thunderstorming. Yeah. All right. That's awful slow. All right. While I think about this for a second, I'm going to take a drink of water. So, if you have not yet liked the stream, consider liking the stream. Why do I sound like I'm drunk all of a sudden? Consider liking the stream. And if you would like to get notified when I go live, please consider subscribing. If you don't like subscribing, but you still want to get notified when I go live, please consider joining the Iron Engineered Coffee Discord, where I post notifications whenever I go live with, like, space engineers or something interesting. So, you can hit, if someone wants to bring up the Discord, !Discord in the chat, you will get the link if you're not in the Discord. There's more, believe it or not, there's more than just me in the Iron and Engineered Coffee Discord. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on in there if you're not in there already. Okay, so I want this ship to be able to refuel, because this is going to be my personal ship, so I would like it to have some sort of survivability, whereas the drones, I think, are probably going to be like one and done, and we'll print off new ones when we need them, kind of a deal. They're just going to be kind of like flying gunship, flying guns. That's it. So, and I probably want mine to have like a connector on the bottom. So actually, I'm thinking I should. Well, you know what? We're not. This thing isn't piped into anything, so it doesn't matter. So, let's just do like a something out the back here to get us started. Let me clear out a keep you. So what I'm thinking is, out of all the caps lock, there we go. Out of all the cockpits, either the flush cockpit or the cab cockpit are going to be the best for this, because I think I want to put the cockpit toward the back and then have a camera in the front. I still want to be able to see. I forgot what the layout of the interior of these look like. I want to be able to see. I don't remember what the screen layout of both of these is, so we're going to do a build battle here. Do I have a bunch of stuff on me? I guess I do. Oh, am I not building displays? I'm not. Well, now is a good time. Wait a minute. Hold on. Do I have goat? Yeah, where's goat? Where did I put the goat screen? It's on the ship. Okay. One of the little annoyances with goat is that I have to physically go over to the screen to make changes to things. This one. Alright, we need... Why are displays not listed as a thing in here? We have glass. Why don't you make me a frontier stew all the time? Yeah. Okay, well. Let's make some displays. God, you guys, the script is dumb. I thought it was supposed to be able to handle this. That would be good to have some rework on the script, because it's got a lot of promise. Like, But as far as I could tell at the moment, like, it's not really giving me much benefit other than, over Izzy, other than the screen looks a little bit nicer, but the nicer looking screen is worse to work with. So, like, I'm trying here, but I don't really like it, to be honest. That's not what I'm looking for, though. I'm looking for you. I wanted to see if, since I put this in here, if there had been any updates to Goat. So this is from November. Goat. Has there been any updates? No. Same. Okay. Well then. Status. Displays. How about... How many displays do I typically need? Maybe like let's have like 100. Alright. I should probably keep this door closed too. You never know when a spider might walk in. To change what group things belong to? Is that like, what's the benefit of that? Like if you have modded things that get miscategorized or something? Alright. So this one gives me 1 at the top and 3 down below. And I could barely see anything, but it's probably the most protected of them. Maybe. Yeah, because this one has like 2 blocks of sticky uppiness. And this one only has 1. Yeah, I can't see anything from... I mean, I could see everything, but I can't see any of the screens. I'm going to want to at least see the virtual horizon. So, yeah, I know the industrial cockpit is always the best one, except that I want to bury it near the back and have most of the ship be in front of it. So, I don't want the cockpit right in the front. So that kind of rules out the industrial cockpit, which is the best cockpit, for the record. All right, welding these up so I don't accidentally grind them off. So do I want this to be the literal back? I don't think so. We could make this... Let's see, yeah, it's got that big thing on the bottom there. We could put a connector on the bottom of it. Then that could be how we land. And then that's basically the height that we've got to work with there. Okay. I gotta have opinions on this. Hang on a second. Which one is the ugliest cockpit? So you're saying the industrial... So I will say... I have very different opinions on the industrial cockpit for small grid versus large grid. The large grid industrial... So the small grid industrial I don't hate. I don't hate it. It's got the best screen layout and the best view. And there are a lot of builds where I think this shape looks really good. I also think it's a bit overused at this point, though. Let me just get the group in here. But the large grid version of this cockpit that sits this way and then it has that right on the top and nothing on the back is like, I've used this once and I hated it. That's my thinking on that. This one, the original one, it's like you give it a pass because it's the classic, but it's boring. It's boring. Though I do think that there are builds where it looks good, but there's just, if you have access to other cockpits, there's pretty much always a better option. You know, the fighter cockpit is really good for that specific type of build, you know. I think it looks good, and I think it integrates well with stuff, and I like the screen layout. Like, the screen layout is almost always what I'm looking at when I'm looking at cockpits, because I build primarily functionally as opposed to aesthetically. So, yeah, I always am typically looking at the screen layouts. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to jam a cockpit that doesn't fit into a build. Like, I would use the industrial because of its screen layout, but I wouldn't use it in this build because it won't make sense. So, What else? Flush, I like the flush cockpit a lot too, though. But again, only there are certain builds where it works, but the screen layout is the worst. The worst. I know, it's a shock that I build, that I start function first. And then if I happen to make something that looks nice, then I go, hey, cool, that worked out pretty well. Cap cockpit is not bad, though. So, anyway, that's what we're going to go with. What thrusters are we going to use? So we've got, I think I want to use these Aeolus thrusters because they are hybrid thrusters. But I got to look at, because I don't want to put hydrogen on this thing, and I don't want to use, we could do a little bit of atmospheric. I want to make sure, because if we go up too high, I don't want to get into a situation where I kind of lose control of the ship. I could probably get away with a dual, I could easily get away with a dual ion and atmospheric. Yeah, the hatch, the little circle hatch on the top of the cab cockpit is really cool. The tank that we built in Designated Survivors back on the Earth, like, where the cab cockpits were like completely armored over and you could only get in by just finding the one little space where the circle I love that. It's a really good design. Anywho, I wanted to look at, this is what I was going to mention. I want to look at the, that unknown signal is really close. Don't let me forget that. I know I'm going to forget it. I wanted to look at the thrust and the power consumption of these guys. So max 650 kilowatts. That's not bad. I should put this in comparison with like an Atmo thruster, I guess. So compared to a little Atmo thruster, so it's a little more power and like half the thrust of one of these, but it's a lot smaller too, which is okay. Does need thruster components, but that's fine. I've got a ton of those sitting around. We also have these little guys. Nope, that's just that's the same thruster, but in a different shape. Slope. Nope, there's just these two. Okay, hang on. AEO. Then we got the really big one, and the really, really big one, which does not have a small grid. Okay. So I feel like these little ones, yeah, we don't need this big thing. 7 megawatts, no. I feel like these little ones, because the gravity here is so light, I think these little ones are going to be totally fine. So this is not a ship that I would use on like the alien planet. So all right, let's grab this. I'm still hoping to get some vegetables at some point. Let me empty myself. I only use the large grid ones when I have no other options. Yeah, it's pretty rare that I will use a large grid cockpit for anything other than like a place to sit down on a base. You know, if I need to like just recharge and I want to have a nice little oxygenated space. I almost never use them to actually pilot the ship. I have before. I did to get off of the Helgen planet. I built a ship and it looked really stupid. Where's the... There it is. Meal pack and some magnesium. I shouldn't bother with this. I should just let it explode. Oh, you know, that's a good point. I guess there are, you know, like for like park cranes, you're saying, like, that is a valid point. There are specialized uses for them. I wouldn't use it for flying a ship. I need to go check something. The miner is not back. What was that noise? Was that just the was that just the hinge clanging out for a second? I don't like how this looks. Like that going on. I feel like this should extend up and then curve in at the top. I'll fix it later though. Yeah, like I did here. Why didn't I do that? I should do that kind of thing. Maybe not to that extent, but I should do that over here. Alright, anyway. Back to work. Use the large grid industrial cockpit and make the ship look good challenge. Difficulty impossible. Says the Duke. But it would be a fun challenge, though. I bet you, I mean, all of you people who are way more creative than I am could probably come up with something. Something, for sure. Okay. So what is the back of the ship going to look like? We're not going to do interior thrusters on this one. Some folks will be happy to learn. So let's see. What other bits do I need to make sure that I get in here? So we got our thrusters there. We won't need many. We're going to need gyros. We're going to need... What am I going to need for... I'm probably going to want to have some... Yeah, I know how much Marcus hates those interior thrusters. It's fine. Yeah, everybody has different feelings about things, and we accept everybody around here. So, why can't I think of action relay? I want to be able to send... I'm going to put that over here, though. I want to be able to send messages to the drones. To, like, go from, like, follow mode to whatever, attack mode or, you know, I don't know. And we could tell them... Oh, that's true. We could tell the drones to only attack small grid ships, and we could leave the... We could, yeah, if the drones only attack small grid ships, then I don't have to worry, because I was thinking if I have them target only weapons, then I don't have to worry about them blasting the stronghold to bits before I can raid the place. But if we have them only attack small grid ships, then they'll only attack the fighters if they come out, and otherwise they'll just kind of circle around and do whatever. I like this a lot. I like this idea, if it works. So, what am I doing? Sorry if that was too loud into the microphone. I just horsed into the microphone. Yeah, there it goes again. If we did that, then we need... Oh, we need some batteries. We're going to be on battery power. I like the phrase, strong opinion weakly held. I say that all the time because I'm a consultant and I have consultancy talk, but the strong opinion weakly held, which is the, like, I have, the opinions that I have right now are very strong, but I could be, you know, if you present me new information, I will absorb that and change my opinions accordingly, but until such a time, my opinions are strongly held. Strong opinion weakly held. Now I've completely lost track of what I was doing. Oh, the guns, the weapons. Let me just go to the group. What if we do some firework launchers as a distraction? We need warfare gatlings for sure. Yeah, let's just do this. Alright. I feel like there's probably more parts to a ship, but close enough. Yeah. It's changed weekly. Weekly updated. I'm thinking maybe putting an assault cannon turret on top might be overkill. Maybe not. What's the... Not artillery. No, not assault cannon. Sorry, a auto cannon. Are we not? Can I please? There it is. And you're a little. Just want to look underneath. There we go. Okay, you're a little one. Okay, so we wouldn't want to put that near the. What's the weather just changed again? Heavy rain. That's okay. You think that's like radioactive rain, or? I don't think I need to deal with large grid in this particular attack. That's why I'm kind of like building this specifically. Like, I don't think it's going to spawn in a large grid ship, right? But we could put an assault cannon turret on it if we think that would be useful. I'm not going to put assault cannon, like fixed assault cannons on it. I kind of feel like a autocannon turret would be better for this particular assault, because I assume I'm only attacking small grid ships, and the large grid will just be the station, which I could do with Gatlings, because I'm just trying to take out the... Yeah. Well, that is true. Like, the station itself is large grid. But... Well, okay. Alright, hold on now. What if... what if we did this? What if we did one assault cannon fixed assault cannon in the middle for sniping, put like Gatlings on the side of it, and then put an autocannon turret on the top of the ship or something like that. And then let the autocannon turret kind of take pot shots at the small grid ships while I use the Gatlings, and the Gatlings I could use for dogfighting if I need to, and then the assault cannon for sniping. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that'll work. So we want to put the... Let's see. How do I want to try to pull this off here? I think I want to... nope. I've already got that in the thing. So I think I want to... No? There we go. Oh, I don't have anything on me. Okay, I'm going to go up one here. And then... What's on the back of the cockpit? Okay, I got two little guys in the back of the cockpit there. I'm thinking... Here's how I want to do this. So this is going to be the bottom of the... Do I need a large connector, or could I do a small connector? Small connectors are hard to work with. But if we did a large one... are any of the shells large conveyor assault shells? I don't know. I don't know if I could see that from here. Assault cannon shell. I would have to make one, which I might have one. No? Okay. I don't. They're all small. Is it just the Sabo and the rocket, or is it just the rocket that's large conveyor? So we could do... Oh yeah, that's a good point. Good point, Ire. Good point. Just look at the... If a gun has a small conveyor, then there's no way I gotta jam a large bullet in it. Alright. It's getting late. Anywho, that's not what I want to put down. I'm trying to think. If I did a small connector on the bottom, how would I connect it up to the cockpit? And where would I put the battery? So here's what I'm thinking. Let me try this. So I want to do something like battery on the back. Actually, maybe battery on the literal back, like this. I don't know how many batteries I'm going to need on this thing. Might want to go with 2 just to be safe here. If we did, connector down. I still kind of want to go with the big connector just because it's easier to land, but it takes up so much space. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll go with small connector. Then what we need is something in between this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 Keep in mind this is a prototype. So we'd have to go... If I want the connector to be like right here. Where's down on this thing? That? Yes. Okay. So we're just going to pick a... Nope. Nope, nope. Pick a side there. And then I'm going to go... let's go... We'll go in that way. And then on this side, we'll go... up. Oh, boy. Now we're getting complicated. Okay. Do that. Then we can throw our cockpit. I hope. I'm not going to put it on yet. Let me weld all this up. So I could make sure we're all good here. And then we're going to put our turret on top of that. Maybe we'll put a little armor on it. But we could put our turret on top of that then. Cockpit smack on there. Then we'll have a little bit of a... we'll have a little bit of room for things like gyros and other stuff. There's an opening right there to go up. Actually, that's true. You know what we could do is make this a redundancy. Although, maybe it's not even worth doing. Small T. There we go. There we go. So that would be like a
Energy
redundant connection there. Yeah, so we're going up from the connector, and then this will also go back down and in. So we're connecting to the cockpit on both sides. And the connector is, yeah, it's like going up and around, but then it's also going straight up. So we could get rid of this if we wanted to. It'd be fine, but I feel like, I don't know what else I would put there, so. Yeah, it has an opening on this side right there. And that's coming around this way. This one isn't connected. This one's going to be in the back. It's going this way. So it's not connecting into the connector. I could turn that sideways if that would make more sense. But that way I can take this, put it there, and now it's connected into this on both sides. So we might, if we take a hit, you know, it'll still... Although, what am I even... Should I put in like a cargo for extra ammo? Even if it's like a couple small cargos or something? Or should I just leave them in the conveyor? In the connector? Because I could put like a small cargo like right here, since it's just a straight up one. How many bullets can you even fit in a tiny cargo? Probably not many. No. better than nothing. We'll put a... We'll do that. We'll put a... Do I have a cargo in here? No. We will put like one there. We can put a second one right on top of it if we want. Let's get some interior plate. Inst. Actually, let me take a couple of those. Conductor? Conductor, eh? I probably just offended all the Canadians. I apologize. Let's see. So if our turret is going to sit on there, giving me a little bit of room to armor around, then we get a little bit of extra. Kind of tempted to make some ammo and, well, actually, let me just weld these up and then I could see what the... We'll do the math. Did I not? There we go. Okay. Anyway, so they're 375 liters each with my world settings. And a box of Gatling is 112. Is that showing me one or the whole stack? Yeah, 16. Okay. So we could fit several boxes. So 7 of them is 112. So we could fit several of those. And let's just make an assault cannon shell. You're not going to do it, are you? Oh, there it goes. And I should be able to see a autocannon in here. Autocannons are... So I don't want to do math. But we'll be able to fit several of them. So 40, yeah, we'll be able to fit a little bit of extra in there. So that's good. So hopefully, the only thing that could go wrong in this situation is that the boxes containing the ammo are directly behind the cockpit. So, you know, we just have to be careful. Oh, we're not making power cells. That's actually probably for the best. I'm not going to weld those up all the way yet. All right, so we've got some room in here for... We'll have some room up in the front here too, I think. We could also put things behind it too, and we could just extend the back a little bit, but... because we'll probably... Actually, now that I think about it, we're probably going to want another row on the bottom as well, so I should move the connector down one. Upper... Let's see, what is this? Lower limit? No, upper limit of... Let's see, where are we at right now? We're at 90. Yeah, upper limit. That makes sense. Lower limit of, like, let's say 45. Don't hit the ceiling. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna... Let's see, if I move that down one, that kind of changes everything, doesn't it? Yeah, but I do want to move it down one. So... take you off of there. And we'll probably take you off of there. So we could keep the redundant blocks. And we'll just go like this. Actually, what would we do here? We wouldn't do anything. Maybe we're not going to keep redundant blocks. Yeah, let's not keep the redundant blocks. Let's go, because then we got more room to put vital components that we're going to store directly underneath our ammo storage. So we'll do this and then a T-junction. Not a T-junction. We'll just do this guy. And then I guess we could do another cargo there if we really want to store more stuff. We could have a cargo for each ammo type. That could work. And then we could just take our connector and throw it however we like. Didn't I? Oh. I think I told it to make power cells and then it... See, the thing about GOAT is that it is... Another thing about GOAT, as long as we're talking about GOAT, it is very, very aggressive at clearing the queue on an assembler. So, and as far as I know, until you build something once, there's no way to tell GOAT that you want it to build things. Like, I couldn't go to the screen and say, build me a battery. It didn't know what a battery was. So now I can go to the screen and tell it to build me as many batteries as I want. But it's just really, really aggressive about that. So power cells actually is what I want. Let's do 100 of them. That way we got like one solid large grid and a little extra. Alright. So that's what we will do for that then. And then we've got all this space for event controllers or whatever we need to put there. So antenna, all that stuff. In fact, just so that I don't forget, I'm going to put the antenna like right... Do I want to bury it? It's already going to be buried because there's going to be a little bit of armor at the top. So we'll do that, and then we'll have extra space there. We probably... This thing's going to be pretty light. We probably don't need more than one gyro, I'm going to guess. Set these to recharge, so that will be good to go later. All right, then we'll come back to this side later, which is going to be where we're going to put other stuff, like the stuff I just said. Let's reverse back down. Alright, I'm thirsty, but I don't feel like doing the whole spiel. You all know what the deal is, so I'm taking a drink of water. Hold on. Okay. Alright, let's work on what we want these guns to be. So we can do... Alright, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to do... These things actually have a material difference. Is my miner flying back? I see all the things flying around, bouncing around. Steel, interior...
Energy, flow.
Motor, construction, steel. Steel... okay, slightly more. Okay, so we'll use these. Alright, so I want to curve, and T. And then, because the assault cannon is really rather long, we'll put that... Ooh, which way should it go? This way? This way. This way. So we'll do that. And then Ooh. So if we want to do... if we want to do Gatlings... I want to do Warfare Gatlings. Where are they at? Did I go past them? There we go. We'd have to attach them back here. Which seems like that's too far back for their spread. So we could raise them up and put them... like run a conveyor down the middle in parallel here and then have them up a little higher. And then we could put a camera in between them. I think that's probably going to be the way to go here. So let's do that. Let's grab... let me just put some... So I'm going to change this middle block there. I think that should hold it. We're going to change this to a... Nope. I just saw it go by. There it is. Change this to a that, and then do curved. And then, yeah, I guess we're just going to do reinforced conveyor tube this way. Now, how far?
Energy critical.
Yeah, okay, fine. How far do I want to go with this? Is that going to be too far? I think that's going to be too far. So if we do a T-junction at the end here. And then throw these guys on the end like this. Oh, it's perfect. Then we could extend this out a bit. Put a camera in between them. We'll see if we can maybe get a sheet of glass in front of it. Probably not. Maybe. Depending on how we do the rest of it. We'll probably have to just like plate over some of this, which I think will be fine. Now we got all this space for whatever we want to put in here. If anything. That, actually, now that I think about it, if we raise these up one, they don't have to be as far forward. 'Cause I don't think the spread is going to bother this middle gun as much if they're one up. I don't know if that's true, but my gut is telling me that that's true. So I think I'm going to pull them back just a little bit. To... I just go one back? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't know, how are we feeling about this so far? I guess the other option, if we didn't want to go up and extend all the way through here with conveyors, we could have come out the sides of this. Or, either way, continued down here and then just, like, popped up and around behind them. I think this is better. I don't know. This is all of it. Wait a minute. How did I end up the same as before? How did I screw that up? That should be one back now, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Thing's turning into a, like a flying sniper rifle type deal. Essentially. It'll look a little bit better once we get the, I hope it's not going to be too tall to go out the door. Oh, it might be too tall to go out the door with the turret on top. It'll just have to go out the ceiling. That's fine. Because if we put the turret on top, then we're talking like this. Now, you know, it just occurred to me, another option could be because of the way we set this up, we could put these on the side. We could have 2 of them on each side. Not on each side, 2 total. 1 on each side. Split out from here. It'll keep the height down and give us a bit more coverage on stuff. Why don't we do that? And we could still have some cargo, some extra cargo. Yeah, I like
Do
this.
it.
Well, that settles that then. We're definitely gonna do it. We'll do this, and I'm not going to put them in just yet because I got to figure out what the armor is going to look like. So we'll do some... actually, no. Let's put cargoes in there. As long as we're doing straight lines. Where's my cargoes at? Yeah. Put 2 cargoes in there. Then we still have 3 little cargoes.
Meteors inbound.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we can do is have kind of like a side pod thing going on where we can do some thrusters. Oh, they're coming down right on us this time, huh? There we go. This is how the ship gets damaged. As long as they don't hit the connection in between, then we're good. Alright. What sort of weather are we about to have here? Just dust. That's fine. Okay. Well, I like how this is going so far. Let's weld all of this up while I can still see it. And then... let's see. Can I get that guy there? Make sure all of this is properly connected. This does not need to be here at the moment. So I'll take that out. We'll probably return. You know what's nice about Space Engineers 2 is that I would not have needed to put down a hinge to do this. We would have just made some... We would have just generated some support struts, and it would just be building directly off the floor. Because in Space Engineers 2, there's no difference between this and this. Which still blows my mind. So, still blows my mind. Alright, so we're going to have probably something like... This is a regular conveyor tube, yes. Okay. Is this working? No. What the... Let me try the other one before I just resort to getting the components manually. Okay. Alright, so we've still got plenty of space for other bits. So I might be able to put the... Probably going to be able to put most of what I need, action relay and whatnot, inside. Oh, I got to put that gyro back. Let's put it down here. Oh, that was useful. All right, and let's see. So we are going to need, before I put all the other weapons and armor on, let's think about what else we need here. So the action relay is going to be to tell the other ships to, change formation or whatever, to talk to the drones. So we'll put that on there. And then trying to think if this ship needs any defensive or AI blocks. Might want to have a remote control just in case, but that's not where I want to go. Which is the utility? Where are the AI blocks? Probably want a defensive block. Have a good night, Ire. Thanks for hanging out. Or do we want... I mean, I could put the ship in an offensive mode if I want... I don't really want to, though. Maybe a defensive block? I don't want to set it to flee, but I would love for it to be able to target lock things. Well, I guess most of the time for this ship, it's going to be close combat anyway. And I'll probably be doing the target locking manually anyway, so that we probably will just leave off these. We'll save these for the drones. First aid cabinet we probably definitely need. What else am I missing from here? I mean, I could put an event controller on for docking. Do I have a little empty space on the back here at all? No, we're pretty much filled up everywhere, huh? Yeah, we'd have to put it in the front. Okay, well, we won't do that. We'll just manually dock stuff up. Okay, so then all we need now is to armor it up and get... how much effort do I want to spend on making this thing look cool? Is the real question. We're going to need to put thrusters on it.
Energy.
We're going to want to put... We're definitely going to want thrusters on it. Yeah, docking camera is a good idea. We'll put that on... We could slap that on the bottom last. We're going to need to put a camera somewhere in the middle here. So I might do like this, and then maybe we could try and put a piece of glass or something in front of it so that we can... I don't know. I think right there should still be good for a camera, good for aiming with this thing. We'll just know that it's ever so slightly below. But if I'm targeting like an antenna or something, it's probably going to be close enough to be able to see what's going on. That's my hope. So, if we did... I want to have it... I'm trying to remember where the optimal position of the antenna is for... Not antenna, of the camera. So that the muzzle flashes aren't just like blinding. And I might want to just have it all the way forward. Like this. And then we put the cameras right there, and it's like directly above the thing there. Yeah. That should be okay, and then maybe we'll do something to... So, like, if we got some steel plate like this, and did like a... Oh, I can't. There we go. Did I get rid of those windows? Grab just a little... Do a rounded window. Let's see, how would I have to do this? I figured this out once. I would have to go out one further, like with a... It's going to be the very last thing, isn't it? Yeah. Like that. And then we could do a window off of that. Hanging down off of this one, because we can't hang it down off of this one. We could, if we put the camera one back or we put it one forward, then it would be okay. But we are not going to do that. We're just going to do this. We could do that. Now let's not do that. Let's girder. And then we'll kind of armor around the rest of that somehow, I guess. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how to make that look good. Yeah, we could do it angled. We could do something like, this. You know, and then have, well, actually that would just be that. It would just kind of hang like that. There's nothing else that could connect to it. But, like, we could do something like that, and then we would come around. We would probably have something kind of covering the sides of this, but this would still just kind of hang there because we can't go down into the cannon. We could also do it the opposite way. They'll put it back and do it the opposite way. I was thinking this kind of might look, you know, if something hits this, it's kind of further away from the camera. I don't know. I always struggle with this part because there's not a lot of good options here. Especially with these being right next to it, you know. But I think we'll leave it like that for now. See where we end up. So if we were to just start doing like some rough shaping on here, and I'm going to be finishing up the stream here pretty soon. Too rough. But, like, let's assume we're going to fill all this in with something. You know, we could do, I don't know, probably looks stupid. What happened? Did I just get stuck underneath the gun? I did. Nope. And then, since we are coming down, we're going to come down a row, basically. So we could, this thing's going to look just kind of like a boat. Honestly, it's a gunboat. You know. Getting a little lightheaded doing this. But, like, yeah, it's like, let's just, I'm just going to make it a brick for a minute. Well, probably a week or so. But just so that we can kind of see what we're dealing with here. And then maybe we could take out some edges and make it a little curvier. But so something like that. And then along here, because this is where our turret's going to sit. Along here, we would have our thrusters. And then we could actually, because we're not going to have them inside, but we do want them to be, like, protected. So, so we could say, like, that's going to stick out, but we could have our thrusters, our reverse thrusters here, firing this way. And I'm stuck under the ship again. Hang on. Oh, I'm really stuck. There we go. We probably only need a couple there, to be honest. So we could maybe... Because we'll have 4. So something like this, and then we'd... And I'm doing light armor on all this, but maybe we'll do a little bit of heavy, like right in the front. Or something. Oh, I don't even know if we would do landing gear at all. We might just... Yeah, I guess we'll put some landing gear on it. Probably in the back. Yeah, landing gear would be fine. We could either do one of the newer ones and have it embedded up in there, or just put some mag plates on the bottom. Actually, let's do the newer ones. But yeah, I'm thinking, so then we'll do basically this. I don't even know what I'm going to do on the front there. I don't want to go all the way up like this to kind of match the shape, because these things being embedded, I'm worried about the bullets hitting the side. I don't think the spread is that bad. I know it's not going to hurt the ship. It wouldn't damage the ship, but they would still be absorbed by the ship as opposed to being launched forward. I don't know how much of a problem that would be, actually. If that's... Maybe the spread is okay, like that. And I'm being paranoid. I don't know. Maybe we'll think about that next time. But anyway, this is kind of what I'm thinking of, and we'll maybe do something on the top here where I could still see, but we get a little bit of armor going. We'll probably do a panel down the middle, maybe some light slopes on the sides, round that around, and then the side pods are just going to be guns and protected thrusters. And that's pretty much it. We could do our downward facing thrusters back here, you know, reverse thruster or forward thrusters on the back, reverse thrusters hidden here. Up and down thrusters can just kind of be anywhere. I should probably not have this antenna just sticking up anymore. Oh, we could lay it down. Yeah, we could lay the antenna down, actually, because it would just be behind this armor here.
Inventory. Full.
Oh, my inventories. Oh my gosh, I forgot how to pronounce your name. Gate 9, Gatey 9, I don't know. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. You got here at a bad time, though, because we're actually about to finish up. But I appreciate you stopping by. Let's get rid of, like, a couple hundred of those. Oh, it's Devil. That's right. I knew there was something. I knew there was a reason you didn't tell me how to pronounce your name, or I would have remembered it. Oh, that's right. Well, anyway. You arrived at the wrong time. Again. I'm sorry. Alright, so we're turning that sideways. And then we can... I don't, oh, you know, we could put in... No. Yeah. There's Devil Knight. Devil Knight was, when I was doing the stream on Keen's live server, Devil Knight would occasionally join me for that stream on the server. It's good times. Well, some of it was good times. The bad times definitely were not Devil Knight's fault, so... I thought it was Keen 6. Maybe it was Keen 9. I don't remember. It's been a long time, and I'm ready to move past it. So, all right. So this thing is definitely looking like a thing that's going to shoot stuff. And that thing is going to shoot stuff next time. Oh, wait. Is that an unknown signal coming down? Oh, and the miner's on his way back. Look at him go. When is that unknown signal coming down? Is it already on the ground? Oh, it's way out there. I'm not going to get that. All right. I think, yep, that's going to do it for us for today. Let me close up all the doors so that we don't get Deborah in here. And the miner is going to lock up, and I'm going to go over to my very sparse-looking bedroom. I love the skylights, though, at least. We will eventually get some amenities in the room here, and this is supposed to be my office, but at the moment all it's got is the control for the go-getter, which I should use more often. So, all right. Actually, let me jump out of there while I talk for a minute.
Flow.
Yeah. Sunday, I should be back with Designated Survivors. Me and DNA will be working on the... I don't know what we're doing. Oh, he's making a ship. We're going to go do stuff with his ship that he's making. Hopefully we'll find some other life similar to this. We might find someone that we could attack or will attack us. We'll see. Then we will be next week. I'm still trying to decide if next Thursday is going to be Space Engineers 2 or if it will be Titan again. Just check the schedule as it gets closer, and I'll have it scheduled. So that's about it for me. Don't forget to like the stream if you actually enjoyed the stream, and don't forget to subscribe if you would like to get notified when I go live. And if you would like to join the Discord, which is Iron Engineered Coffee's Discord, you can actually, Streamlabs just posted the link a minute ago, so you could just hit that invite, and I will see you all over there. Have a good rest of your week, everybody. Take care.